No, I tried to reset
Hello and
too.
welcome back to the. Hey, Mike, we're on now.
Got it.
Well, we got a big thing here on the screen that says you're being recorded, so I got to hit a thing called "Got It." There.
There we go.
Now we can see you.
Welcome back to the Remembering Tuscola webcast. I'm your host, David Porter. Your host, Mike. I'm the host,
Host, you want us to introduce you?
and I'm here with the great. Is that what you told me to say? The great
The great one.
Mike Carroll and Bill Englehart,
Is
two of
Bill a great? Is Bill a great
Tuscola's
one too?
greatest great people, and they are here on this
Great
Mike's
day.
great day in Mike's great house.
Yeah,
And
with my great wife.
with her, well, we know Becky's great,
Everything's great.
but we
Everything's
have to
great.
tell. No one has to tell anyone that Becky's great. Everyone knows that. We got to tell them
Yeah.
you're
Go.
great
That's right.
in
She
case they
is.
don't know.
Yeah.
And
When did we become great? When we
just
turned
In
today,
75.
our minds,
Yeah.
when we turned 75,
Yeah.
I thought we had acknowledged that many years ago.
Oh, I think you're
We
right.
thought we were great.
Yeah. I
About 16 or 17.
wish my mom and dad would have told me that.
and
I,
I'm adequate.
Yeah.
there you go.
You know, what did Winston Churchill say about Clement Attlee? He's a modest man and he has a lot to be modest about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Bill and I are just hanging on. You know, we go back a long way.
It's getting longer every day.
Yeah.
Fighting over girls in grade school, playing golf together, Villa Grove, Caskey, Savoy. Our image back when I was in law school and Bill was going down to Eastern, we played golf one summer every day thinking that this is the last chance of our life we can do this.
Mm-hmm.
We'd go to Savoy every day for all summer.
I had 75 scorecards.
75 scorecards. And
You know that, Becky.
when we left, every day we left, there were two old guys in the parking lot. Both of them didn't have any teeth. They were bald. They had no shirts on. They were just sitting there. They were sitting in their trunk. They were sitting in the trunk of their car, their legs hanging out. They were drinking beer, and they laughed at us. And they just laughed at us and cackled. And Bill and I said, "Someday that's going to be you and I."
Yeah.
And the problem is, we can't sit in the trunk.
Well, you can sit on Bill's tailgate.
We can't get in.
Your image is frozen up again. Your image today is a little purplish.
Yeah. Yeah.
You were frozen there for a second.
Was it right in the middle of a great story that people should hear?
Well, probably not.
Okay.
So, you ready to get to some pictures?
Yes.
Sure, let's do it.
You got anything else before we go to pictures?
Bill and I are just both glad to be still alive.
All right.
People a lot healthier than us have passed away, and we're just knock on wood. We think the podcast is keeping us alive.
Well, there you go. I'm a doctor now.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah. Well, that's you know her on the left. That's Tracy Maxey. Third one from the left is Tracy. That's Jim.
He's Mitchell.
Mitchell, the
He
tennis,
was an insurance
tennis
man.
pro. The next girl.
God, that looks like Mary Butler.
It looks like Mary Butler, and then Tracy Maxey.
Hi, Tracy.
That's the
Few boy.
Hugh boy. It looks like
Will Shue.
Will Hugh.
He was class of 97. Will passed away.
Yeah, these are all good tennis players. Mitchell was almost semi-pro, gave lessons. Jim was really good.
He had a tennis court in his house, Patterson Springs.
Patterson Springs, yeah.
That looks like Mary. Yeah, we'll see.
I gave him some lessons once, and he really picked his game up.
Well, that seems those names seem to be the consensus on my feedback.
And Tracy's a good athlete. The Maxey family is all good athletes, and Tracy's son wound up being a pro baseball player. Still is, I think. I don't know where he's at right now. Spencer,
he's pretty much retired.
He was in Tokyo, got a lot of money, came back for the Cubs.
He pitched for the Rangers too. He's living down around Altamont or St. Elmo. He built a home down.
Oh, did he?
Hmm.
Well, good. We're all caught up there. Okay, this is
Stan Winky on the left in the back row. Okay. I'm looking.
that's Hedinger.
That's
Aaron.
Aaron Hedinger.
Second left, bottom row.
God, these girls change.
Is the one in the back middle, Tracy is that Gilmore?
Could be.
And there's Nikki.
Oh, that's
Ostrowski.
Daimler's niece.
This is, what was her name? Mickey Ostrowski or whatever.
It was Mickey. Please. Is that McCumber?
That looks like Marissa McCumber, third from left. It looks like it.
Yeah, that's Marissa. I just can't.
I've got a couple of people tagged but not named. Is I think it was all fair. I said this. A lot of these pictures this week are newer meaning they're only 20, 25 years old. Some of them are older.
Pretty new to Bill and I.
But the feedback, I don't have many names listing, left to right.
Pretty new to me.
This
Which
young
names
hasn't
do you
figured
have?
out yet.
Then we can figure it out.
Give us a name, we'll tell you where they're at.
I don't have any names.
Okay, there's the
there's
Beckers. And that looks like same group of girls. That was the freshman, sophomore.
Well, this is Davidson in the back.
Matt,
That's not Madeline. Or is it?
Mallory.
It's Mallory. This is Johanna Winky.
Third from the left, back row.
And that's Sutherland.
Mallory, Davidson. Which Winky is that? Johanna?
That's Johanna. And then next to her is Annie Sutherland. And this down here, her mom worked in the dentist office and her dad ran Illinois Foundation Seeds. They moved.
Oh, yeah.
Lived catty corner from the courthouse.
Courthouse, yeah. What was her name?
I'm trying to think. I'm lost.
He was in charge of the torpedoes.
And this young lady right there is Molly Surma now, I believe.
You think it's a Lehman?
That's Lehman. That's Molly.
Far
On
left.
the far left is Molly. Now married to my nephew.
You're right.
And this is the girl that's in Champaign as a business person.
I figured some of these you probably had in school when you were principal.
Oh, yeah.
That's McCrory, number 5.
Yeah, and this 34 is pretty girl. Married to Zerwanka. She was a Ray. That's Samantha Bean there, 21. That's Mike Allen's granddaughter. We did pretty well on that.
We got 9 out of 10.
We apologize. It takes us a while.
That's bottom row.
Isn't that the same team?
Yeah, it's the same. Second one. Go back to the bottom row.
Yeah, it looks like the same team, different picture.
They got Aaron.
They got some people in there because this is our new unit secretary, Miss Bryan.
Bottom row, and that's what's her name? Used to work at Gus's.
Oh, Jessica Irwin.
Jessica Irwin. Second top row. Mm-hmm. Second left is Jessica Irwin. And then back there we got Mallory, Winky, all of them in the front row. Let's try to get this front row. They threw in Hedinger, Aaron.
No, Hedinger was Aaron.
Who's 11? Who's 11?
I can't tell.
And who's 20? At 33.
Out of it.
Bill's out of it. That's boys tennis.
Well, we got one of them anyway.
Well, I was going to say, you better recognize one of them, Mike.
Yeah. Andy Kleiss is the one on the far left. Then Dave Quick. You know the next guy?
Thor Ferguson from Denmark. He was an exchange student.
Yeah.
Looks like Stu Carmack.
We would like to exchange him.
Looks like Stu Carmack.
but it's not. And I don't recognize that young man.
I don't either.
According to Kylie Mills, that's Clint Cole.
Oh, it looks like
Oh.
Clint, doesn't it?
Well,
Who's Clint Cole?
Clint's dad, his mother's Jill Ragsdale.
Oh,
Moved to
Who's that?
Ohio. Who's that? Moved to Ohio.
that's Wes. That's Wes Ragsdale's grandson.
That's right.
Why didn't you say so?
Well, I was getting there. Takes me a while. Roundabout.
Bergerson's comes from Purdue, West Lafayette. He went to the lab school there. His dad was a professor at Purdue. He spent his whole life studying nematodes, little bugs that infect corn. So all you need to know about Randy is his dad was an expert in nematodes.
Hmm.
And when you think of Randy, you think of nematode. Oh, there we go. There's
Abraham Lincoln.
there's
is
Abraham,
back.
Abraham
I
Lincoln.
recognize Abe. I'd like to have that painting.
Yeah.
That's Joe Randall, Josh Lehman, and Miss Cox.
Very good.
Miss Cox was a wonderful teacher at Tuscola High School. Josh lives out in Ohio now.
I thought he was in Texas, wasn't
Well, he might have moved.
he? Didn't they say?
Caleb was talking about Josh yesterday.
I thought Beth said that they would not see Josh in Texas somewhere.
Jill was Ann Randall was her stepmother.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Randall, her
Jim
dad,
Randall,
and she
yeah.
was a teacher in Arcola. And I know she was a good one. I always did like Jill, always had a great laugh.
Who's on the left there?
That I don't know.
Whoever's honoring them for something, but I think last I heard Miss Cox was out at Brookstone, wasn't she?
Yeah, well,
Oh boy.
I think so.
Have you got a place picked out yet?
I was looking for a duplex for us.
We're going straight to the nursing home.
Oh, are you? I don't think I want to do that.
Okay, the upper left looks like is that Plasinski?
Hang on here. Gosh darn. No, that's not Plasinski. Bottom right is Nicole Ansack. And the girl on the left kneeling beside her is a Klein. Am I right?
I don't know.
Klein.
Like I said, I got, people have tagged a lot of people, but they haven't really listed.
Well, are there any
Who's who?
names? I don't understand this tagging stuff.
Is that Bobby Klein?
Tagging is if you're on Facebook and someone tags you, that means your name comes up in bold letters and you get a message that somebody tagged you, and that gives you
Okay.
a clue to go look at what you were tagged in to see the picture.
David, why
Do
don't
you have anyone for this picture?
David, why don't you tag Bill and I?
Well, you're not on Facebook.
Oh,
Hey, how did?
hey.
Well, I'm wanting to say a name or more than one name.
People that have been tagged, and the names all run together: Amanda Davila, Nicole, and Zach, Beisterfeld, Katrina, Ron, Jean Vukolich, Nicole, Anzac.
Is that Jeannie Petrie in the back?
Vukolich, Amanda Davila.
That's Jeannie.
So those are names that are tagged.
We didn't get that name though, did we?
Nope.
Jeannie Petrie worked there at the License Bureau. I don't know where she's at now.
She married David Vukolich.
Yeah, sweet gal. Her mom used to work out at the mall at the
Crystal?
Crystal worked out there. She was a hoot. Remember selling me clothes?
Oh, she's funny.
I'd pick out a tie. She goes, "That looks like Karl Marx." I said, I was shooting for Groucho Marx. She said, "You got Karl Marx." She was funny.
Yeah. Crystal's great gal.
Oh, this is a reunion. This is Tommy Harris's class. This is 1969.
Is that Judy Kleiss on the left?
I think it's, Judy Kleiss, Tom Harris, don't know.
Wade, Daryl Wade.
Daryl Wade.
Don't know.
No, that's the dentist.
Dr. Maddox.
It's Dr. Maddox before he died.
Well, that doesn't look like Dana.
That's Dana Maddox. That's
one of the few I recognize because he was my dentist.
Peggy
Peggy
Weber Price.
Weber Price.
Not sure. Right, go to the second row, right side is.
Isn't that Gigi at the end?
Gigi Snyder. Go right up one is Carol Martin. Next one, not sure. Fourth one in is Bev Rogers Obrick.
Yeah,
Willoughby, Dave Willoughby. Not sure. There's another Snyder. You sure this is Gigi? Because there's isn't that the other Snyder daughter?
No.
Okay.
No.
And then down at the end is
that Rick Reinhardt?
Rick Reinhardt.
It looks like.
Yeah. I'm trying to look across.
Curveball. Johnny Cornwell in the back.
With the hat?
Right. No. Right here.
With the beard.
With the beard. Right in the middle.
Over to the right, far right, is Daryl Price and Fred Moody. We can't see. Can you slide a little bit?
Oh, hey, there's Buzz Lewis.
There's Buzz.
Back there.
Slide a little bit more. A little bit more. All the way back looks like, is that Troy Truitt?
It is Troy, and that's Larry Swihart.
Larry Swihart, Fred Moody, Daryl Price.
That's not Gigi.
No, you're the one that yelled it out. You're wrong, not me. See Carol here? Isn't this Carol Shuey?
It looks like her.
Carol Shuey. Was that her class, 69?
Well, I don't.
Hey, there's
she wasn't 69, was she?
There's Leonard. There's Steve Leonard in the back. Fifth one.
That is Steve.
Oh, and there's Gary Meyer.
Okay, Mayor.
Yeah, I think Harris was, I think he was 69 or 70. I think it was 69.
Maybe 70.
Could be 70.
Kind of looks like Alan Gilmore there in the back.
That is Ace Gilmore with Rick Reinhardt. That Wilson back there. Yeah, I'm trying to think what year that was. Harris was Daryl.
I think it'd be 70.
Okay.
Possibly.
I think it is 70. Is that Carol Martin about 5 years younger than her? Okay.
So this is probably what, a 20-year reunion?
Well, Dave. But based on the dentist, yeah, the dentist died. How long ago did he die? 30 years ago?
Dana's been gone a long time.
30 years ago?
Yeah.
This is probably, let's say he's died in the 80s. So this is probably 20 years, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and this was taken at Rockin' Rodney, so that dates it into the 80s.
Yeah, Proud Marys. I'd hate to get all the Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Proud Mary. Was Proud Mary after Rockin' Rodney's?
I think it was.
I think so, too.
I think Rockin' Rodney's was early 80s.
Yeah. So this would be into the 90s probably. Was
that Kenny Snyder's place, Proud Mary's, or was that what's her name? Mary Art, Sheila Art.
Sheila's still there.
Well, Steve's still back there cooking, at Take Carbone. Yeah, I would say, yeah. Gary Mayer, I think, is that guy in the middle. I think.
Yeah, Bobby McKinney says she thinks this was their 20th.
Yeah.
Bobby McKinney.
So Bobby McKinney's in this.
Neighbor of mine one time.
Actually not. She says she couldn't make it that year.
Okay.
Oh, well.
That could be Tisha.
But it's her class.
No, Tisha was much younger than this group. I think. I'm trying to remember. She played ball for me. Grade school.
Well, I can tell you. I can tell you one guy at the bottom row is Hogue. 25 is
Austin Hogue.
Hogue.
In the back row, third one to
the front. I think number 64. Becky, look at this one.
Look at this here.
I know that's your son.
It's
64. Stevie Fox. Go it.
Well, that's Wetzel.
You sure?
Yeah, that's Brad Wetzel.
Way
that's
back
Brad
to
Wetzel.
JFL even.
Yeah. In the back row, third one in is Tommy Pierce.
On the left or right?
That's pretty left to right. Third one in is Tommy Pierce. That's Jeff.
Fourth one in.
I'm not sure who the fourth one is.
Sixth one is
that's
Brett Dingadar.
Yeah, that's old Brett boy. JFL.
What year did they graduate?
And that's next to him is Colin Slaughter. These boys graduated.
There's Corey Kleiss, 12.
2002.
12 is Corey Kleiss.
2002. Number 70 is Darren Lewis, now a policeman with the University of Illinois.
Austin Hogue is number 25, is the project manager for Born Russo.
That looks like Luke Johnson, far right, in the back row.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Bill Riley, second one in from the right in the back row.
In the back, you see, you see his head.
44 is a Ron.
Go back, now blow up a little bit here. Slide it down a little bit. The other way. Other way.
These guys ended up being a pretty good
keep on going
football team.
That looks like
20 at the end of their careers. There were 26 seniors on the football team.
That
I can't think of his name. Someone should have labeled these guys.
And you know what? I had no comments on this picture.
Oh, man.
Well, Bill and I'll go on Facebook and try to get him.
There's Randy again.
Yeah.
And Wyatt Martin.
Wyatt Martin. I just see nematodes. There's
that's Lee Graham.
Lee Graham, good old baseball player.
I was telling, I talked to his sister today, his younger sister, Lisa, and we were talking. She said she'd heard that or seen Lee in the Facebook pages.
You know who his stance looks like exactly? My favorite player, Stan Musial.
Probably who he copied.
Coiled snake.
He's got his arm up.
Yeah, he got the bat up, coiled.
Holy boy.
It was in my class, so this picture is probably
70s?
Probably 45 to 48 years old.
This was what, about 1975, that photo?
Could be.
Where's he at, by the way? Go backwards. Is that Tuscola? Yeah, that's Tuscola. I thought I was looking out over ocean. It's looking out over a field. I thought this guy's in Carmel, California.
Well, I think that's like a van. I think that's a van in the back.
Oh, it is. Look at his hands separated.
Mm-hmm.
You got to put them together, Lee.
Well, I think he dropped it down when he hit those home runs.
Did he?
Yeah.
You got to put them together to get the wrist.
He was a slugger.
Yeah.
He loved baseball.
Jeff Rooney liked him. There's Bosch on the right.
Yeah, that's Todd Bosch. And then
the guy on the back is, come on.
Oh, Frank. Oh, geez. I pass him. I wave to him every day. Zykowski. That's Frank. There's his daughter right. The tallest one is his daughter right in front. Next to her on the right, or her left.
Well,
she's the tallest one.
Yeah.
Then on the left of the tallest one is an Otto. That's Mike Otto's daughter, Lucretia. And then, hang on here. These girls look pretty familiar. I'm sorry. Too many years gone by.
Too many gray cells have died. There's the old coach, superintendent of St. Joe, used to be at Oakland, over on the right.
That's Lance Landeck, who's now superintendent of St. Joe, and that's Kenny Swihart.
Swihart.
Man, these guys were going after it. This is the Villa Grove contingency here.
They're serious.
Yeah, this is big time.
Yeah, these guys.
Katie Swihart is second.
From right?
If you go left to right, she's the second one.
Long hair.
Yeah, long hair. Down below, we have a Fry.
Second from left.
Yeah, second from the left in the bottom row is a Fry. Now, the girl next to her with that hat on, and this girl on the back next to Kenny Swihart were sisters, Sigler girls, twin sisters.
JC's girls.
JC's daughters.
So this one is Kathy's daughter?
Yes, it is. Kathy.
Who is a Kalmar.
Randy.
Which explains why it looks like a Kalmar.
Yeah, got Kalmar blood in it. JC's two girls, one of them was tragically killed in a car wreck. Well, the guy in the middle with the Illinois shirt is too old for that team. That's Bernie Billman's daughter on the lower right, married to Flanagan.
Now, to the left of the person, oh, that's Winky. That's Robin Winky and Robin Lindemeyer.
Are you guys frozen again?
Stable or are you unstable?
You were frozen up for a little bit.
We're back in progress, David.
Oh. So you named all of them.
We named all of them, but now we've forgotten them.
We don't have time to name them all again, but you got 100% on that one. I
did get Brandy Eaton on the far right.
I thought Kerry Burgess's in there.
May have been.
This is a stumper.
That's a stumper?
Yeah, one of those boys is called Stumper.
Yeah, looks like Douglas County Office Products team.
So I don't recognize any coaches, do you?
Huh. Well, we'll keep going.
Oh, there we go. There's the old auto repair guy.
Jim Cox is the coach on the far right, as you look at the picture.
Are you guys frozen again?
No.
Nope, not frozen.
More snow.
Is that Dave Henderson? We think we see Dave Henderson.
Could be the one, well, I don't know.
On the left.
On the left in the back row.
Right.
Kind of looks like him in the face, but he was always so skinny.
Oh, he's a big guy, tall guy.
Yeah, tall and skinny.
Just like Bill and I.
Once upon a time. Okay. The coach on the far right is Danny McGee. I had him in sixth grade. Eric Gleisner is coach on the far left. And that's Jeff Harris. That's Joe's son in the back. He's a coach. Boy, I'll tell you what, these little boys have all grown up, but I sure can't remember who they are.
They need to give us their initials. Is that Lehman?
That's Paul Lehman.
Paul Lehman.
So Kristen is in there.
Christian's got to be...
he's the tall guy in the back.
I think he's the tall one?
Yeah.
Oh, I think he's right here on the bottom left.
Oh, you're right. He is. That
bottom left
looks like Colleen's smile.
That Colleen's nice mom's smile.
Who is that tall boy?
That's Sikowski on the right.
That's, yeah, that could be Tyler Sikowski. It could be. This is, that's a Shabru. Fourth one from the left in the top row.
Second from right.
That's a Shabru boy.
We should know the tall guy.
We should, but I can't quite nail it.
Oh, there's the moonbeam. Tim Mooney.
Representing Mooney Motors.
Yeah, loaded. He loaded
sponsored the team and also coached.
Well, he had about 50 players.
Yeah, he bought kids in from all around the area, paid them parents money.
Yeah.
So has he got a daughter or son in there?
These kids are so young.
Yeah. What Tim does stuff like this to.
Oh, wait a minute. I got one in the back row without the hat.
Oh yeah.
That's Judd Winkie.
Judd Winkie. Mooney would get all these kids in here and get them committed to buy a car when they got 16. Moon Man is always thinking
ahead.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Good Lord.
Man, this is impossible.
Well, we got about 30 more of these pictures to go.
Well,
you threw us a big.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
We got 90% up to today.
We'd had a pretty good Christmas and everything had gone well. Now you're just dumping on.
We're going to end the year on a clinker. We're going to draw the horse collar today.
Mm-hmm.
Next one. Let's fly through these.
We'll get you one where you recognize somebody.
Yeah, well, you haven't done it yet.
In person.
You haven't done it yet.
Coach on the far right is John Little. And his son is the tall boy in the back row.
Third one from the right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it looks like
Chase.
Did you have two sons in the picture, Chase and Chance?
Yeah, bottom row left. On the bottom row left, that's got that Sodero look.
And the other coach is that Joe Stanfield?
Who?
Joe Stanfield?
Yeah.
Possibly.
I thought you were going to give us one we could name them here.
Yeah, I got one coming up, Ron. I know you'll know the coach, but
slide over a little bit.
Slide it a little bit.
Slide over a little bit, right? There you go. Should know him, but don't.
This is Kelsey's Furniture from California. Well, we got the coach on the left.
Our highway commissioner, cemetery sexton, Danny Cleland.
Yeah.
You got his girls in there? You see?
Oh, I'm sure his girls in there. Whoa, wait a minute. There we go. This is Coach Leo Wilkie, had a junior team. Some of these boys ended up being down there at the bottom. That's Casey, so Robert Sprague's son.
Now, this next one, you might not recognize the coach because with all that hair on his head.
Oh my gosh.
Duff Rooney. The Duff Ball.
Duff.
Yeah, once again, he's going to play with 7 players. And is that Dalton lower right?
Really can't.
Is that his boy lower right, Dalton? Maybe not.
I don't know.
This team had just finished running wind sprints.
Duff's had him lifting weights and hitting balls all winter in the building. Duff, by the way, was batting champion, most valuable player, EI League ball, way back in his heyday. Great baseball player, great football player.
Average and coached the Warriors for several years.
Yeah,
many years.
He took the baseball team to 2nd place and 3rd place, I think, didn't he?
Yeah.
In the state.
Yep. 2nd, 4th.
They won the 3rd place game, I thought. There's Dave Bozarth and
Coach Bose.
Yeah, let me see. He's hidden there.
Who is that? It's not Hoy, is it?
Yeah, that's Tim Hoy.
Is it Tim? I can't see it. It's blocked.
A little bit blocked. Let's see some of the guys there.
Yeah. So I'm looking for Wade.
Is that Zach Davidson?
Nope. That is Steve Slaughter.
Steve Slaughter. Okay, let's slide across there. Wade man's got to be in here. Slide it back a little bit more.
No.
Wade, we hardly knew ye.
Boy, that's no kid. Unless that's.
Where's Bose? Has Bose got a boy in there?
This might be Wade next to Steve Slaughter laughing. I can't tell.
Could be. Third one in.
Well,
right.
Bose has got a boy in there. It either has to be one of two, right? Justin. There's Justin right there. Second row, or the bottom row, second from left, is Justin Bozart. That's him.
I concur. My Facebook says that's who it is. My Facebook account.
Who's now the principal at the school?
Head,
principal?
what do they call it?
Student services or
Dean
something.
of students.
Soon to be principal.
Right. Dean of
Basketball
students.
coach of an undefeated basketball team. They won yesterday, beating PBL.
I think the girls and boys both won.
Are they playing for the championship tonight?
I'm sure they are.
They'll probably play Monticello.
Monticello's not that good this year.
There's Duff and Wynn.
Yeah, that's Brett Wynn is the other coach.
So Brett's got to have a boy in here, maybe.
Well, it's either Dane or Brock, but I don't see.
I got names on this one.
Okay. Give us a name, we'll place it.
Dane Wynn says top left going clockwise. Blake Bassett, Jonathan Williams, Michael Flume, Brock Wynn, Nate Phipps, Sean Johnson, Matthew Whittington, Richard Buckner, Dane Wynn, Duff Hole coach on the left, Brett Wynn coach on the right.
Yeah, that's Dane Wynn next to Duff. I can tell now. That Williams kid, left-handed pitcher, he actually had a pretty good arm.
I think we'd have got them all if you just given us a second.
Yeah, I think you probably would have, Mike.
Yeah.
So Dane, thank you for
yeah,
putting all the names in.
And in order.
In order. That's
good.
What we like to see.
Yeah, that makes it easier for Bill and I. If you give us the names in order, then we can verify it. Well, there's
Gary Kling.
Gary Kling, the old stockbroker. And that's his boy. Third from the left in the top row is his youngest boy.
I think it's his oldest boy, Andrew.
It looks more like the younger one. Could be Andrew. Well, let's call Larry up and see what.
John Hensley is the other coach.
John Hensley from Mooney Motors. Mooney had the whole place blanketed for future car buyers.
This is the Tuscola Review team.
Yeah.
I should know this.
David, were you a baseball player, David?
I did play baseball for Dave Lohr.
Yeah, Dave's a great guy.
And yeah,
Mr. Baseball.
This is Mike Meyer and Steve Hilgendorf. And in the front row, second from the left, Clayton Meyer, who was the News Gazette Player of the Year many years later.
Not that year.
Not this year.
Yeah, senior year. Played for Parkland. Baseball.
Steve's son in front of him.
Yeah.
Who's this kid? Gosh darn, I know that kid.
We know them all if they would just give us the names.
Well,
I don't want to rain on your parade.
We've got them all so far.
Yeah.
Those are nice.
Well, Joel Hilgendorf standing in front of his dad, that's a nice picture.
Yeah.
I got names on this one.
Right
well,
here.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Thanks to Clayton Meyer, starting in the back, left to right, Joel Hilgendorf, Caleb Bowles. Then the next one, unsure of the name, then Austin Beeson, Ricky Bingaman, Clayton Meyer, Cody Chenoweth, and Phil Lewis.
Oh, well, we got 7 of them.
Yeah.
Got a few of the names.
There's Mark Maxey on the right.
Dan Wakefield's the other coach on the left.
Mark was a great baseball player. His dad, I played EIE ball with his dad, Jim. So we got to have.
Boy, the first one next to Dan Wakefield looks like Bangle.
Bangle's son.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lance Bangle.
The Fang.
Yeah.
Lance Bangle, then Harry Work. That looks like Harry Workman.
Could be.
Man, that's tough. I probably got ages mixed up. Do you have names?
No, a bunch of people tagged, but
Well, we don't understand that tagging.
Well, yeah, we have to get on Facebook.
well, tagging doesn't necessarily mean that's who in the picture. That just means that's someone they want to show the picture to.
Okay, coaches left to right: Chris Corum, Randy Gibson, Dave Arsenault,
All-American baseball player from Kewanee. So we've got to have an Arsenault in here. That's the second from the right is his youngest son, Eric Arsenault.
Yeah, who's now a doctor of some sort in education. Yeah. Bryson Gibson is bottom row, second from the left. You know, really, a lot of people never change very much.
No.
This is a Weaver here. Carl Weaver's son, I believe. Okay.
Becky, you know any of them, just jump in. Yeah. Oh boy, Johnny Surma.
Should get this.
And his boy is back tall middle. Isn't that him?
No, second from left.
Second left is Tyler.
Tyler.
Tyler Surma.
Tyler. I was thinking of Travis. Tyler.
Travis might be in here.
There he is. Yeah, there he is.
Second from the left on the bottom is his youngest son.
Yeah.
Travie.
This is Patrick Quinn standing first one.
Yeah.
The back row.
John's son.
This is a Norman kid.
Tyler is a orthopedic surgeon up in Peoria right now. Very successful. Married Molly Lehman.
First player on the left in the front row is Matt Short, I believe.
Travis's.
Then Trav, then don't know. That looks like one of the Rich boys, but I can't tell.
There's Ledbetter.
Jack Ledbetter.
Good baseball player.
Oh, geez.
Jackie Norman?
No. Oh, God. I had the boys in golf, or the one. His ex-wife worked at the courthouse.
The coach in the blue shirt, gray stains, asked Chrissy Vandeventer, is that Jerry in the blue button-up?
Yeah.
And Jerry Joe in the back row to the right.
Yeah.
Jerry who?
Well, I'm guessing Vandeventer.
No.
No?
No. Jerry. Drive you nuts.
Right now we've got Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry.
Big boy second in the top row. That's Ace Gilmore's son.
Harlan
Gilmore. Yeah.
Played the finals in the golf league. You and I did. Bill and I, when we won the men's golf tournament years ago, in the finals we had to play Harlan and who else did we play?
Jacob Hilgendorf.
Jacob Hilgendorf. So two guys are in the 70s playing two kids in their 20s or 30s. And good news was the wind was about 80 mile an hour, temperature about 32 degrees. We never hit the ball over a foot high, and we got them.
Kathy Wilmore. Good Lord. Kathy Fry on the left. By the way, I'm still trying to think of that name.
Jerry.
Well, he works at Cabot. Let me give you a clue here.
Okay.
His ex-wife works at the courthouse and was married to Wayne Penny.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hubert.
We've got one kid in here with a different uniform.
Well, he kind of ran across the border. He ran through the border and they didn't stop him.
Oh, I think it's she.
Who's on the right? I can't see. Who's the coach on the right? Oh, that's
Tom Short.
Tom Short.
Oh, his son's in there.
Yeah.
Oh, Mrs. Romine, Terry Brewer, and
Oh, that's Ledbetter's. That's oldest son.
no,
Oh, it looks like he.
no.
Who would that be?
Well, I should know it. I don't.
Another.
Player of the year, we've got a player of the year, second from left. News Gazette player of the year, Kelsey Hoey. Cuts my hair frequently.
Got another Lawrence Graphics player in here. Apparently, there's one in this one and one in this one. Apparently, they just spaced them out between the teams.
Well, she had two players. Sarah had two players. She could only afford 2 T-shirts and hats. We loaned her the money for them. I'm just joking, Becky said. Everybody knows I'm joking. Well, David doesn't.
I thought he was serious.
We're striking out. There's
Oaks.
Oaks.
Dennis Oaks is coaching these young ladies.
Oh, there's
Kleiss.
There's
Jessica Kleiss.
Danny Joe Kleiss's daughter. See her right here.
Yeah, but say where it is.
Third from left, bottom row. Jesse's selling her. Oh, there's Aaron Henniger, third from Leslie.
Is that Leslie?
Leslie
Henniger?
Third from left, married to Larry.
No, I don't think she married Larry. That's Larry's daughter.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, then we ought to.
Man.
Hey, wait, go back. Go back.
These should all be identified.
Second from the right, is that Les Hall and Ellen Hall's daughter?
Amy?
No,
I don't think so.
Amy's youngest.
Youngest. No, Amy's not. Amy's.
Oh, you mean Ashley?
Oh, Ashley, yeah.
Is that Ashley?
You're right.
No. I don't believe so.
Well, thanks for confirming it.
Well, I just want to tell you.
Okay.
I'm sure if I had longer time to look at it, I'd be all right. Al Patton's softball team and his daughter next to him, or me in the back row. Jeez. This is Waters here. Katie Waters is
Fourth from
left in the bottom row. Who's that tall drink of water back there?
Yeah, is that a guy?
No.
Oh, it's a gal. I can't tell.
Well, it's an all-girls team, Mike.
Well, I've seen girls mixed in with the boys little league.
Well, some of them are, but this one is an all-girls team.
Oh, I see it up there on the top now. All girls team. I see it now across the top.
Yeah.
Well, I apologize. This looks like also an all-girls team.
Dick Laley.
Mm-hmm.
Dick Laley. And there's Marissa McCumber, upper left. Is that Ashley Hall next to her?
That is Ashley Hall next to her. And then we skip one and we go to Danielle Quinn, I think.
Right.
Jalen and Jordan's mother. Bottom row, I'm looking. One of them's a Laley and
this one here's a ring. Not ring, it was Kent Manier's daughter. On the right, bottom right.
Cassie
Manier.
Possibly.
See, you won't even verify me.
Well, I just can't.
Well, you can't
I'm
see.
having a hard time with what?
Well, your brain's sluggish
I
today.
forget. Yeah, I've been to Paris, Illinois already.
That was a great jam.
Well, he's had a lot of figgy. He had a lot of figgy pudding over the weekend, and
Figgy. He did have figgy pudding. I love my figgy pudding.
I did.
Okay, there's the old head of on the left, the head of Cabot.
Dan Wakefield on the far right.
Lived across the street from us. I'm forgetting his name. two girls ran.
Oh yeah, he had that.
Two girls ran cross country.
Yeah.
What is his name?
Girls in the back row standing. The second one in the left is Nicole Northfleet. I believe Nicole's passed away.
Evers. He ran cabin.
Oh, yeah.
And this, the girl next to Dan Wakefield on the bottom row, closest to her dad, is Erica Wakefield, I believe.
Her daughter. His daughter should be in.
Those are his daughters. Think his name real quick.
Yeah.
Such a nice guy.
Great guy.
He was your neighbor.
He was my neighbor, but he never talked to us.
Oh, he did. He was very nice.
Well, I'm gonna wake up at 2 a.m, think of his name, and call you guys.
Who's that?
Well,
He looks familiar. What time is it according to his watch?
Looks like a cartoon watch there. I can't tell what character it is. It's upside down.
That's Mickey. It's Mickey Mouse. Give us the initials.
MB.
Oh yeah, Michael Bryant.
No.
Mitchell Boronsky.
Well, you got the first name right.
Michael Bidet.
Golly, that just drives me crazy.
Michael Brown. Michael Chappell.
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
He was in my class.
Oh, that's Bergner.
It's Mike Bergner.
Seriously.
We can see it now.
Cute.
Wow.
He was the richest guy in your class. He had a watch back before he even knew what a watch was, David.
Yeah.
Mikey Bergner.
Married Nancy White.
There's my successor. I was state's attorney and I resigned in '82 to go into Limnemore and Carroll. And my successor was my assistant, Big Dave Bartholomew.
Uh-huh.
There's passed away some years ago, cancer.
Nell Gilpin.
Nellie Bell Gilpin, wonderful court reporter all these years. Franklin Lincoln was the judge. Bill McCarty sat back in the jury box.
I was going to say,
he's waiting for the next murder trial.
Good old Bill McCarty.
Good old Bill. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
KKK from Tuscola.
Yeah. Now we're going to get all these guys.
Yeah.
I think bottom row, third from left looks like Webb Hole.
This is post 27, you think?
Douglas County. There's some Tuscola guys in here. World War II. He would have been in World War II, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Did we figure his age out?
Yeah, no, he wouldn't have been.
He's born in 2019.
Webb?
19. Yeah, he could have been.
Oh, you're right. Maybe he could have. Yeah, you're right.
38. He'd been about 20 years old, 22.
Yeah. Let me know when you're ready for names.
I think we should know him.
Yeah. Looks like,
Go ahead.
looks like a flesser.
Okay. Seated is George Jones, the commander from 1940 to 41. Front row, left to right, George Larimer, Edwin Meister, C.W. Dearduff, L.R. McNeil, Everett Thompson, Walter McCown, and Harold Peabody.
We had most of them.
Second row, O.T. Collins, Perry O'Neill, Charles Flanagan.
That's who I thought that was.
Yeah.
Arthur Heath, D.E. Skinner, William Oey, and A. Morrison.
Morrison, that was his name.
Yeah, we knew. You get the
Third
first
row, R.M. Mount, O.L. Twyford, Fred Michael, and Vaughn Pilcher.
Well, we had most of them.
You know what? Fred Michaels lived next door to me on Daggy Street.
Yeah.
He worked for the power company.
This picture had names on the back of it.
Oh, boy.
Oh, well, good.
Well, why didn't you show them to us?
Well, I wanted you to guess.
That would have helped us. That would have been a help. Carl. His last name. The head of cab was Carl. Call Sandy.
Aaron Damler in the white shirt in the back.
Big Aaron. Looks like a soccer team.
This is a Jordan Bozarth.
Jordan Bozarth, lower left. Jordan Bozarth. There's our Iranian exchange student.
That's
Sabu.
And that's yeah, not Shabru. Mo Shirazi's son.
Mo Shirazi.
Is he the one that became the kicker for the football team one year?
I don't think so. Okay, those big guys in the back.
I can't help you with that. I think this is a Douglas County mixed team.
Looks like a Moody.
No.
Are you ready for names?
Yeah.
Jays. Yes.
Front row: Jordan Bozarth, Andy Weaver, Jonathan Shirazi, Mike Woods, Steve Walmsley, Doug Opperman, and Crystal Shirazi. Back row: Brad Opperman, Adam Culp, question mark, Jordan Hankey.
Jordan Hankey.
Scott Lamb, Aaron Damler, Myron Andrew Ron III, question mark, Nick Flanagan, and question mark, and then Andy Weaver says between Adam and Jordan is Chris Milan, and then is that Van Deventer between you and Nick, and Ron says yes.
So who gave the answer there? Myron?
Yeah.
Myron Ron the third. That was his granddad's name was Myron Ron. His dad's name was Myron. You know that?
It's very enlightening, Mike.
Yeah, and so that would make him Myron the third.
Crystal
Myron the third.
Right.
If you just count them up.
Yeah.
Andy Ron. We knew Myron as Andy, but it's
Jonathan Shirazi's a doctor now, I believe.
is he?
Yeah, Crystal married the Bosch boy.
He married.
Oh, he married Kristen.
Right.
Brown.
This looks like the class of 74.
I was just going to ask you, Mike, what class is this?
I think it's 74. I think lower left is Lee Grimm.
That's not Lee Grimm. No, Lee Grimm is class of 83.
I said Doug Grimm. What's wrong with you guys? My hand went off the chess piece. I was still thinking. That's Fred Gailey in the middle, former sheriff. We don't know most of these guys. Slided just, and that's Dee Dee Cothran, Dee Dee Hole next to Fred.
Some of these guys are gals, aren't they?
Oh, and that's now you might have Gigi Snyder at the far right.
I can't tell.
Slide it down a little bit, David.
You're on the wrong year, Mike. This is class of 74.
Yeah, that's Fred Moody. That's his class.
Jim Slaughter all the way back in the back right. There's Steve Sanderson, Rudy Huber, Mike Myers. I see Alan Shoemaker.
Slaughter back there. Oh, that's
Shoemaker in the white coat.
Shoemaker.
Yeah, you recognize Shoemaker there.
Skip over one and you go to Nick Flanagan.
Flanagan.
Up
That's
here on the top, that
the guy with the
Mike
mustache.
Meyer next to Rudy Huber.
And the guy down between them is Smith. His dad was John Smith, ran the shoe store. He's out in Colorado. What's his name? Guard, really tough guard. Rick
Smith.
Rick Smith.
And you should know this this
There's
guy
a
here with the 70s porn mustache.
That's
But
Flesser.
next to him isn't that the Hines boy?
That's Flesser right there.
That's Scott Flesser.
But isn't that a Hines next to him in the tie?
Now, stop right there. Lower right is Mulligan. Cheryl Bozarth, Cheryl Mulligan, mother of our basketball coach. Slide over a little bit more. Go up.
Oh,
There's
Len Colbecker.
Glenn Colbecker down here on the bottom.
Van Ford, second row, second one in.
Yeah.
Luann Ford Hoy. And there's another
Man.
no.
Oh, is that Tony Martin? And
that's Waite.
Oh, is it?
That's Daryl Waite's
brother.
That looks like Tony Martin on the right.
Tony Martin next to Luann Hoy. Who's there?
I don't know. Keep going. Oh, there's
Marcy.
Marcy right down below.
Yeah.
Doug Graham. You said Lee, but it's Doug. Slide over more. These three girls here. We should know these three girls.
Yeah, Marcy there on the end.
Freddie was most valuable player, halfback on the football team. Doug was there. There should be the other guy that should be on in that picture somewhere is Jerry Hall.
He wasn't. Jerry didn't make this reunion.
You know that?
Well, that's what he said on the Facebook.
So I picked a guy out that wasn't even there that should have been there. How's that for being prescient?
That's pretty good.
Jerry Hall was the fullback. Good class.
Looking to see if I got any other names.
Well, the basketball team was Rudy was a senior, Rick Smith was a stud. Steve Sanderson, three of the stalwarts.
Now, where's Bill Waters?
Bill Waters was on that team. I don't know if he's a junior.
He's a junior on that team.
You think he was a junior or senior?
I think he was a junior.
Well, we'll have to get after Marcy because she's in the picture and she's one of our best historians, and she should have had all these named left to right. But
was she tagging?
She was commenting, but
come on, Marcy.
Yeah, come on, Marcy.
I'm guessing that was a 10-year reunion. Oh, there's
McCumber with a hard hat.
Yeah,
that's unusual.
They're building the new First Illinois Bank next to the old funeral home, across from Lemnamore and Carroll. On the left is the cue ball. Bottom row is that Shirley McCumber? I mean Shirley Taylor.
Weber.
Shirley Weber Taylor. That's McCaw.
I believe so.
Married. She was Helen Shuey's daughter that married. There's a Gensler.
That's
Debbie. That's Sharon Helm.
No.
Juanita Braze.
Debbie Harris. McCullough.
There's McCullough. Back row with a hammer up there.
That's Sherry.
Is that Judy Bean up there?
No, Sherry, or not. Is it Sherry? She's, oh God, dang it. She was married to John Reardon. Toppy Moody's. It's Moody girl. Then Tom Chamberlain.
And there's Alan Jones's sister,
who's now a paraprofessional at Tuscola.
That's a
Northward.
Is that a Swihart? Who is that?
I don't know who that is. I really don't.
You ready for names?
Yeah, who's the fourth? Yeah, go ahead.
Heather Taylor Brown says Doug McCumber, Shirley Taylor, Lisa McAllister, Debbie Jacobs, Annette Kegel, Juanita Brace, Debbie Harris, Rachel McCullough, back row Shelley Reardon, Tom Chamberlain, Kay Craze, and Matt Swihart.
It was Matt Swihart. Yeah, Kegel's husband was a mechanic and Ford Garage, and he was on the city council.
God, what was Matt doing there? When was this picture taken?
Well, they built that building in the 80s? Doug was at First National. Doug went from First National Bank. So he went from Tuscola National Bank to First National Bank, which went under in about the late 79 to 80, 81. So this has been about the early 80s.
Well, seeing as how Matt Swihart
first mid.
About
the First Mid-Illinois Bank. Excuse me.
Matt Swihart graduated from high school in about 98 or something like that. Who knows? 99, 2000.
Well, what are they building? This Doug's house?
Mm,
Doug have them all pitch in building his house?
They must have.
I think
Oh,
they're
similar.
building. I think they're building first mid.
Yeah, well, that would have been when? 80s, early 80s?
Yeah, I don't know.
So Matt, we're trying to figure out how Matt Swihart got there and looks so old.
Yeah.
Did he do a time warp kind of thing?
Well, he was a catcher for Brett. When he was a freshman, Matt Swihart was a senior. Brett graduated in 02, 98.
Okay.
That's Jeff Harris again.
Harris on the left. Who's in the back there?
No, I
Is he
really
right
can't tell.
Is he right on the coach in the back? There you go. A little closer on the back middle. That's
Kevin Quinn is coach on the right.
who's the coach in the middle back there?
I don't know. Bunch of rough hombres, aren't they? Oh, I see kids we could identify.
Yeah.
There's a Hanky is 47.
We got most of them.
Mm-hmm.
Bump. Oh boy, you're talking about a good athlete. See the redheaded kid?
That's the state hurdler champion.
And that's Tyler Carter.
Won the state in the hurdles.
And ended up at the Eastern.
Ran hurdles.
He ran hurdles.
Quite a natural athlete. Great wide receiver in football.
Yeah. I believe third one in the back row player, that may be Brock Wynn.
Well, this is the era. Right. This is the era for Wins and Winky. Well, Travie ought to be here. Travis Sermon ought to be in this picture.
If he played JFL, I can't even remember.
Well, he played with this team won the state in football in 1996, 97. First state champion.
Yeah. Number 34 in the back is a little. Jeez, it's hard to see him.
Becky, don't you know any of them?
Oh, next to him was, there's Clint Kronig. I'm just grabbing a straw. It's just.
Well, I'm trying to help you.
Thank you. 28 is Jacob Hilgendorf. Yeah.
Looks like Greg Sanders.
Yeah.
He was long gone in Vietnam.
Yeah, long gone. Oh, well, very good.
There we go. That's Hannum, Waggle, and Klein. Engineering firm. And there's Mike Klein, second left, who was the city's engineer during the golden 80s. Wound up going over to his firm, put him over in Carmel, Indiana. And I think he's back in Villa Grove now. Who's with him there? Do you know?
Be quite a change.
Yeah, Villa Grove, Illinois, Carmel, Indiana, about the same. I guess his office crew.
I don't recognize it.
Hannah Michael Klein. There's Christy Vandeventer, second right. There's another one of Bernie Billman's daughter, second right, Christy Vandeventer, and her fellow cutters. I don't know who they were.
No, I don't either.
I lost my hair and quit going to Chrissy's.
That beauty shop's been there a long time.
Beauty shop was there. It was originally built. It was originally Kenny Snyder's mom, Dolores Snyder. They lived right across the street to the north in that two-story white house. Jerry and Kenny grew up. And I think my mom might have worked for Dolores just a little bit before she opened her own shop. And then that was the place where there was a sign called the Swirl Shop. It's called the Swirl Shop.
Yeah.
And Larry Williams painted that sign. Wonderful, beautiful. He was a wonderful sign painter, very talented farmer. But if you get a hold of him, he can do signs for you. Remember the swirl shop?
I remember the swirl. You know, it's snowing outside.
Swirling. Dolores Snyder. A lot of stories about that. And you lived out there in Parkview, which was built largely by Dolores's husband at the time.
Jim.
Big Jim
right
Snyder.
there in the back. You see where this tree is in the back? This
yeah.
leafy tree, and right behind that
is the old North Ward.
Where Bill's house would have been.
Well, that's actually the start of Bill's house right there. That's the.
You can kind of see North Ward back there.
Yeah, yeah.
In the well, now it's not one to.
Wonderful, wonderful building.
Wonderful lot.
Wonderful lot. Anybody in his right mind would have built their house there and moved.
Eagle Mountain Church used to be Methodist Church.
Yeah, now it's a military academy. That's when Doug was at the first. He went from First Illinois Bank. His final job then was with Joe Monahan at First Fed. No, it's the old Corn Belt Savings and Loan. What did it become? First Federal.
Yeah, First Federal. That's Doug Opperman on the left.
Doug, and that was owned by Joe and Joellen Monahan. Doug Opperman on the left.
Jack Ledbetter's
wife. There's the wonderful, not Kay.
Kim Higgins next to Doug.
Christy Warfel on the far left sitting down.
Pamela Ferguson says Connie Warfel.
No, it's Christy.
Christy? Okay.
Yeah. I just saw Christy a couple of weeks ago.
And Betty Bird on the right.
Betty Bird, yeah.
Betty Bird's been there a long time.
Long time. Good gal. Married to Paul Bird, who was custodian at the school.
This was Doug's final stopping place.
Her son Bruce was in my class.
Yeah. Good artist. He's credited with painting the divider in the basketball gym.
Yeah, that was his design, and yeah.
Kim Higgins has been a wonderful support to the town. Very musical, very publicly oriented, like her dad.
Kim was Paul Jones's daughter.
Yeah, he was very public.
Well, see, we've got Kay Jones too, who was
right. You're thinking of Jim.
She lives in the Magnuson house. Kay does.
Okay, that's the one we want to buy. You and I.
That's it.
We never did get the Korean War site. We made a big move for it, and the person who made the big move was second from the left, Lita Aldridge. We had all kinds of conferences and conflabs. There's Mayor Danny Kleiss.
And over on the far right,
Drew Hull.
Drew Hull.
Fairly new city administrator.
And you know what? We had in the mall, they had a temporary space.
Yeah.
Sharon Coram was the secretary there.
And it wound up going to, was it Rantoul? Where'd it go? We didn't get it.
I thought it went to Rantoul.
Or Chicago somewhere. We were trying to get it real hard. Can't land everything. There's somebody else there we should know. Go over to the right again.
All right.
When's our fertilizer plant coming? It's
any day. Any day.
I don't know the other fellows.
No.
I think they're from Korea though.
Yeah, those are generals.
Well, I think these purple jackets are Arcola.
Mm-hmm.
They always sneak in.
They do. Can't keep them out. There's the pharmacy crew. There's Fred Moody with Bippy. There's Fred's sister on the far right, Joyce. Joyce Kleiss. Married Fred. On the left starts with a W, Willison.
Yes.
Mrs. Willison.
She was there for a long time.
She would always tell me, Fred would tell me about the medicine, and I'd go to pay, and she'd say, watch out for diarrhea, or watch out for this. She knew that stuff. Bippy was a hoot. When she drove a Harley. Remember Bippy from Newman? Drove a Harley to work.
Bippy who?
We all called her Bippy.
And you're saying, well, and of course,
works at Fred's.
You got Janice. Who's that on the other side of Janice there? I don't understand who
right
that
next to her?
is. Yeah.
Janice, right next to Janice is somebody.
Somebody.
Got names?
Nope.
Jamie.
What was Mrs. Willison's first name?
Can't tell you. It was Mrs. Wilson.
Can't tell you Willison.
That's what it.
Her first name was Mrs.
Yeah. Oh, this looks like the installation of the officers of the Tuscola Elk Lodge. There's Duff and Drew Hull's dad, John Hull, on the far right. Newman.
Yeah.
Bottom left, you know.
Yeah, bottom one's Hop, and then Harris is there. In the back row.
Top left. Second one in is Denny Obrick, my class. And the fourth one in looks like Ron. Is that Ron Wynn or not? Or is that a
No, it's not Ronnie Wynn.
No, that's Denny Obrick.
Dee Dee Cothran's dad's in the middle there.
1, 2, 3, 4, fifth one in. The sixth
Myron Cothran.
We know this guy. Come on.
I can't tell you who it is.
Bottom right is one of my cousins.
Bottom right.
Dallas.
Oh, Dallas. You mean Rick Dallas?
Rick Dallas.
I said Harris. I was thinking of Steve. He married Rick Dallas's sister.
The young guy back there.
I don't know. Kind of looked familiar. There's a lady over here in white. Her and the guy in black must be presiding over the ceremony or something.
They were
that would be Debbie Lloyd. Then Ron Miller, exalted ruler. Marion Cothran, Jim Andrews, John Hull in the back. Denny Obrecht, Kurt Lucas, and
Kurt Lucas.
Oh, Kurt. Becky's
husband.
Yeah.
Becky's husband passed away. Who was the other guy in the back? Last guy?
Bob Andrews.
Okay.
See, I got names on this one.
Oops. Oh, well, that's helped a lot.
Maybe you'll have names on the next one.
That's 1999.
You have name, yeah. Looks like around.
Well, the picture's dated anyway.
Looks like around April 10th.
Yeah. Then you got pharmacy group again.
There's Bippy. Got any names for us here?
Yeah, let me see if there's any names on this one. No, just a couple tags.
What do the tags say?
Just like Janice Moody, Carol Kellogg, Jackie.
That's who the middle girl is Carol Kellogg.
Oh, it's now Carol Toole, isn't it?
Carol Toole, Bob Kellogg's daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
Jimmy Clyde.
Did she work for Jimmy? Edward D. Jones? Oh no, yeah, he started off downtown, Edward D. Jones.
Tricia worked for him?
Well, I'm wondering. I think she did.
Maybe he just asked her to sit there and look like she worked for him.
Tricia Schaefer married Troy Truitt.
Phyllis Truitt.
Phyllis, yeah.
What did Bill say?
Tricia.
Her
mother. Her daughter. I mean.
How we doing?
Good.
Now, I know the gal on the left too. Worked for Jimmy. Got a name there?
Nope.
That's a rare photo of Jim. You want to go back. That's a rare photo of Jim because he's smiling.
Jim's always smiling.
Oh, I see. So it's not rare.
No. Jim's the happiest guy in the world.
Isn't he? There he is.
George Bertramo, dentist.
Let's see if we can name them all. That is Larry Henninger's wife on the left. Then, right?
Yeah.
And that's, I don't know the next one. Then there's George. There's Bryant.
Well, you got a Brian, and you've got Don't Know, and then you've got Bev Wetzel's. Bev
Wetzel.
Yeah.
I was just
Karen Bryan.
Yeah. We were in there last week with Beck, and one of the gals told me that George took them every Christmas. He takes them on the train to Chicago, and they eat at Cheesecake Factory.
Seriously.
That's
great. What a treat.
Hey, Becky, where else did he take the girls? Mexico? And he flew them all down to Cancun for Mexico for a party. George treats his people very, very good. George is a good guy, good dentist. There's Ed Schultz. There you go. There's a pair right there.
Yeah, that's a real pair.
Boy, oh boy.
Hop Connor and Ed Schultz.
Oh boy.
God.
He got a certificate for something.
Where's young Ed?
Eddie Schultz is a teacher somewhere. Actually,
say who? Oh, teacher.
I saw him with a sports coat and a tie and wearing glasses. I couldn't believe it.
Man.
He was a tough hombre.
I knew Ed. I didn't realize Ed was Sharon Hunt's dad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Ed Schultz could put something together out of nothing.
Yeah. Lived down there across from that new Kahneman house we talked about last week.
On Center Street.
Center Street. Okay, that looks like something in 9/9/94. I'm trying to think what this group is here. I think this is the class reunion of 1941.
I think this is. Oh,
that's Dyke Edelman on the right.
Yeah, this is football. This is Bill Huber on the far left. Is that Tommy Stewart in the middle?
That is the middle right is Tommy Stewart, the famous Champaign Central coach. I sat on him next to a bus when my junior year. We went to a football camp in Canada. I got to sit next to Tommy all the way up. On the far right is upper deck is Dyke Edelman, greatest athlete in all of history, they say. This would have been the 1947 team.
Of course, his daughter Dee coached in Tuscola
and wrote a book about him. Tommy Stewart, just a great guy. You know who that is, second from left down here?
Bert Ingers.
Oh, it looks like Red Batita. Second from left is Red Batita, it looks like.
I was noticing Huber's plaid pants.
Yeah, Bill was big tight end. War was over. He played football in the service during the war, came back 47. You know who else should be in that picture? Is from Mattoon, Tate.
Dick Tate.
Dick Tate should be right there. Let's see if we can find him. He had hair, if I remember right.
Rudy Huber says he thinks this was the 1947 Rose Bowl reunion.
Yeah, it is. And Dick Tate should be there. Who does he name?
He says seated is Jim Valek.
Oh.
Question mark, Big Mike Cassup, Tommy Stewart, Herb Segrett on the right, rear left, Gene Bundy Business Machines, far right is Dyke Edelman. Says it took 3 days by train to travel to Pasadena. He says his dad took $10 as they would receive 2 tickets on the 50-yard line to sell.
I'm going to guess the guy with the Illinois hat is Red Batita. And we should see Dick Tate was the most valuable player in that game. Illinois won it. And their 1947 picture is up at Ribeye in Champaign. If you're waiting on a table, there's a picture of the 47 team there. Well, that's when the bank, that bank used to give tours. And my mother, they did.
That's true.
My mother and my aunt, Margaret Carroll, would go on every one. And sometimes they didn't know where they were going. And they'd go to Indiana, to Nashville, they'd go up here. They never knew where they were going, you know. And zero in down there, you might see my mom in there somewhere. and let me see, right about there. Let's see if we can pick anybody up.
It might be your mother's hand back here waving.
That looks like her right finger. But yeah, there's Juanita Brace over there. Slide it a little more.
Yeah, I see Juanita.
Slide it some more. The other way.
That's a it looks like girl.
Earl of Pearl. And what's his name? Roy Hopkins is in there. Slide it the other way.
God,
other way.
What a gas.
Other way. There's Roy Hopkins, I think. Earl.
This picture's been screened, so the more I blow it up, the more it just turns into dots.
Yeah.
And this is in the bus with his head sticking up is Larry Stinger.
Yeah.
Our coal boy.
Vice president of the bank.
Well, wound up going, he's the FMIB down at Sullivan, I think, last I heard. Regional president. And that's Mrs. Hall right here on the right.
Oh, yeah.
Go back. No. Janine's mother. Slide more.
Oh.
Slide more. Slide. The other way. That's Doc Smith over here on the left. Or it could be Stinger. Slide. A little more. Right there. Way? Right there. Stop.
Vic Stinger is right who there. We're trying to think of.
That's we had you. I don't know why you slid away.
Vic Stinger.
Go back again.
I wonder where.
Our left and your right. Slide it.
So McCumber. Oh, there's George Barnett's mother right back there.
Can you slide it a little bit, David?
Which way?
Right there. Isn't that Jean Hall's mother?
Looks like her. And that's Mrs. Pendergrass, who was a tour guide for those trips.
Yeah, they did 6 of these a year as part of you belong to their club.
Yeah, the travel club.
There's Betty. Oh, there's a clear picture. Is that Doc Steiner on the far left right now?
Let me look. Hang on. I think it is. And Mrs. Steiner next to him. He was there in case of medical emergencies. Very good. I'd forgotten they take those trips.
Oh, yeah, it was a big deal.
Good old Tuscola.
Yeah.
Back in the day. Whoa.
Wow. Bill's got him. He taught these girls.
I'll bet we know them.
Do you have any help at all? These are young girls.
Mostly just tagging.
Give us some names in the tags.
Any names?
Any names in the tags are Carolyn Meadows Eaton, Lou Lang, which I think is Weatherford, Hannah Markram, Darla Pickett Stanfield, Jessica Lynn, Hannah Markham, Kathy Good, Emily Hallett, Denise Groves are tagged.
Well, this is 1993.
Susan Greger Bronca.
Oh, it's earlier in 93.
Well, it says Little Miss Tuscola or whatever. 1993.
Yeah, but that was looking in the future. But Darla Pickett, that means Darla Pickett didn't graduate till 2000 or something.
Who was the first one you tagged up there? You read that name because I think I picked her out.
Oh, Dina had graduated in 84.
First one tagged was Carolyn Meadows Eaton.
Okay, so this is Brandy Eaton, third from left.
But Darla Pickett is probably 2 or 3 years older.
Oh, yeah.
Dina graduated in 84.
Yeah.
This would mean Darla graduated in about 2001 or 2.
They're tagging. What they do, I understand.
Oh, they're not as accurate as you and I.
No, they're not. They want this other person to see this picture because it's something that they're familiar with. And I'm saying that third girl in the left is Brandy Eaton.
So you tagged her.
I didn't tag her.
What? What'd you do?
Well,
and maybe will it be Dodson now?
Who?
Well, the person who tagged it was Brandy B. Dodson. Tagged Carolyn Meadows Eaton.
Well,
Carolyn Meadows.
This Brandy tagged Carolyn because it's now You know, she's showing a picture of herself. I didn't know Brandy was married.
You said it was Brandy.
I say it is Brandy.
Yeah.
Bill has put his hand off the chess piece and his money's on the table.
Money's on the table, David.
Who else you got tagged? Because we're really doing good at this.
Well, Megan Cleland tagged Luann Weatherford. Darla Pickett tagged Hannah Markram. And Hannah Markram says OMG LOL Jessica Lynn.
Well, where's Luann Weatherford? We ought to know her. See that top row, third one in?
Well, I don't know if she's in there or not.
Well, this is 1993. Caleb's going to graduate from high school in 94.
He did any of them?
I don't think so.
Okay, move on. We hit all those. We got all those pretty good. That there is
wow, board of directors of.
Oh, wait a minute.
What is that? That's not Tuscola.
Well, wait a minute. Is that John Bundy? No, who is that?
No.
It looks like Crane, the guy who did.
That's not.
Well, I think you'll recognize if the names on here. I only have a couple names, but Dorothy Fielder says this one here, third from the right, is Dr. Lostman.
Wow.
No, that's not Melvin Lostman.
No?
No.
Looks like Dr. Burns.
She said third on the left is Perry Stackhouse.
All the way, back there? That looks like Perry.
That could be. That would be board of directors of some
That looks
kind.
like the first one on the right looks like Bill Crane from Mercer, father of our Douglas County superintendent of highways.
Back when they had ashtrays on the tables.
Yeah, this looks like could have been a grain board. Perry Stackhouse was involved with DeKalb. Bill Crane did tiling.
Stackhouse ended up in fertilizer too.
Yeah, this could be FS, Farm Bureau. There's my old, oh, look. Is that the old high school?
That's the old high school.
Or Southward, it burned down.
Yeah.
The guy died, and then they built a Southward there.
What year did it burn?
20, when was that?
I think the North Ward was the high school, was built in what, 22 maybe?
22.
So this would have been prior to that. Eric Alexander says this is possibly a celebration of passing of the 19th Amendment in 1920, or perhaps a rally to promote the amendment passing. And that was his guess.
I wish I'd seen this picture. We developed the Southward Square. I think I told the story. We had to run sewer line over to the Southward Square. We couldn't find the sewer line was out in Daggy Street.
Mm-hmm.
And so Bill Crane, who I just identified in that last picture, I had him doing the sewer work. Great guy, Arthur. And he said, now, Mike, I've got to run this sewer line across here. Where's the school's foundation? And I was thinking of the Southward Foundation. I said, well, go west and you'll miss it. I come back 2 hours later and he's trenching up nothing but bricks. And he's mad at me. I says, Carol, I'm going right along the foundation line. So Milas Thomas came along and said, Milas, what's he into? He said, you're into the old high school. The old high school is probably closer by.
That's where they hit the lab too, wasn't it? The science lab, and they caught on fire.
The very first, that was the very first bucket of dirt we ever dug at Southward Square. The dirt caught on fire. There were flames. And I remember I got called by the police chief saying, your lot's on fire. I said, dirt doesn't burn. He said, your dirt's burning. So I went down there, and every time the bucket went into the ground, flames shot right up the bucket. So Steve Henniger was going to call in the EPA and the Federal Drug Administration, everybody. Everybody said, no, don't get the feds in here. So I had to call my partner, Mark Petty. And I told him I said, this is going to be a walk in the park. This is no problem. I said, Mark, this is the very first day. I said, Mark, our lot's on fire. He said, dirt doesn't burn. I said, our dirt's burning, Mark. So he ran up. It turns out that when they tore the south ward down, they just dug a hole and threw all the chemicals from the chemistry lab in the ground.
What I like about this picture, aside from the old car, is I've seen a couple pictures of the old Union School, but I haven't seen any that showed this close up of detail of it.
I agree. That's one of the best pictures I've ever seen of the school.
Yeah, you can really see the detail in the windows and the door.
Yeah.
And it's got a little architectural flair. You can just tell the windows are Romanesque. What's that guy got on his head? Is that the hat of the day, or is that the?
Looks like a woman.
Okay, so this is the right to
vote. Who knows?
Maybe this was a suffrage kind of thing.
Suffrage, yeah. Maybe it's prohibition. No more drinking.
No, they. That caused a lot of problems. Nobody celebrated that, Bill. I'll tell you that.
Well, some of the women in the what they call that group of women, Temperance Association.
Yeah. Well, people really miss the old schools. That's
that's a great picture there.
That was the Douglas County Board way back. I resigned as state's attorney in '82, and this is probably in the late '80s, mid to late '80s, and that's the Doc Errol or Bob Errol, Marcola, Doc Errol's dad. There's Russ Gear, one of the great Gear boys, one of the great 7 Gears from Marcola.
Great football coach.
Great football coach, Villa Grove.
Jim Ingram,
our county clerk, and Wayne Ward, probably one of the nicest guys you ever want to meet, and probably one of the best highway engineers in the Midwest. He won lots of awards. We were just lucky to have Wayne. What a gentleman. What a great guy. They're all good guys right there. Looks like the best girls, but no, it's the Henigers, huh?
Oh, yeah, that's the Henniger girls.
It's hard to call them the best girls.
Yeah. Now, that's Kenny's daughter.
Well, the one on the left is Jackie's married to Ronnie Gardner's son. What was his name? And the one on the left is married to Mark Petty's son, Ryan, lives down at Walnut Point. Beautiful girls, good dancers. Well, that looks like, come on, we know the guy on the left.
We do? I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think I've got it.
J.H.
J.H.
If you can read the name. Rudy Huber says that Jerry Hudson on the left.
That's who I was thinking.
Villa Grove.
Who's on the right?
Fertilizer dealer.
Don't know.
Didn't we have this once before?
Well, if we did ever, is that Burke?
No. Help.
This was my minister growing up.
Cavanaugh.
Alex Cavanaugh and his family. The bottom right is Barb, who was my homecoming freshman date.
Whoa.
Whoa.
The boy ran cross country for me.
That's is Alex, Pat, David, Barbara, and Mark.
Yeah. David was big, tall kid like his dad.
Yeah.
Nice family. Brad Wetzel, son of Steve and Bev Wetzel.
Waiting to the addition of their new house.
I think this is the playground at the park.
Yeah, I think you're right. The women's club, Burgess and I worked on that for about 2 days.
I helped out on that.
And
shoveling rock. And then after a lot of people worked on that, probably over 100 people. And then when we were done, Duff Hole had a little barbecue, fed everybody.
yeah, it was quite a community project. I think Carol McCarty spearheaded the women's group. The city at the time, their only concern was wonderful idea, but once you walk away, the city's got the responsibility, legal liability, and got to maintain it. So I don't know how it's been maintained. I drive through the park, and sometimes it looks like it needs touched up, and sometimes it looks like somebody. So I don't know who's taking the lead.
Women's club and Kiwanis do a lot.
I thought
My wife Becky said that Kiwanis and the women's club do a lot. Have you done a lot out there?
You're talking about the playground?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Becky said she's moved, shoveled some rock and stuff.
it had a lot of splinters the last time I was there.
Well, you were sliding around.
Yeah.
Look at how much it's snowing.
Yeah.
It's snowing out, yeah.
It's swirling.
This is a class reunion. I'm trying to. Well, there's Bob Travis back
I
there.
might end up staying all night.
There's let's back row left. That's my cousin Jimmy Hilligoss. Passed away. That's the father of
What is
Tim
class of 59?
58 or 9.
Gunner.
So second from the left is Jim Hilligoss. I can't see that picture. Bob Travis, Roy Gould, Kenny Snyder. Not sure. Gunnar Taylor. Not sure. Bobby Utterback. Not sure. Jet McCumber. Rogers.
Bill Rogers.
There's Sue Carnine. Second from right is Sue Carnine. Far right looks like Bob Mendel.
He looks pretty sharp.
Left. Not sure. Sharon Hunt is the fourth one. Sharon Schultz. There's Gordon. Is that Gordon Adams' wife?
Yes,
Phyllis, fifth one.
Phyllis Turner.
Phyllis, and the next one. Not sure. You got names?
I think you got all the names I had. Did you get Bob Mendel on the right in the gray?
Yes.
Far right.
Yeah.
Bob Mendel was, I think this is 58 or 9. And I think Bob Mendel's younger brother, Joe, was in my class. They left high school, Joe's senior, and went to Aruba. Their dad was U.S. Army, went to Aruba, lived a life of paradise. And Joe, right now, last I heard, is over in England. He's a disc jockey.
So if this is a class reunion, what class would that be? Maybe
58 or 59.
I was going to say maybe 59.
Could be 59. I think it's probably 59. Good class. There's the Steve Wessel and Carol McCarty, and there's the plans for the thing. Can you slide it right? See what we got there? There's Danny Joe.
Was he mayor then?
He was mayor in 88.
Man, he's been mayor forever.
Well, he was on the city council, so he might have been council member.
Carol McCarty. What
She was very
nice lady.
civic minded.
Playground plans.
I should know that guy. This is Jason Hoovenagel, Ben Brace, Luke Little, and Chris Roberts.
Yep.
That's amazing, Mike, that you knew all those names.
Where are they?
That would be the Gus Macker tournament in Champaign.
Yeah, sponsored by Wilson.
Chris Roberts and Ben Brace and Hoovie were good baseball players.
Yeah.
Luke focused on basketball.
Way to got them all.
Hoovenagel left before he graduated here.
Yeah.
He was a good athlete.
What year do you think, Mike?
Well,
I can help you on that.
He played with Dusty Burke, and this is 8th grade, so this is
Ben Brace graduated
80s or 90.
Ben Brace graduated in 97, so I'd say it was 93 or 4. Well, there it is, 94.
Trying to help you out.
I'll agree with 94. That's the Gus Macker tournament. Now that looks like Bill's sister-in-law. Upper left.
Cindy?
Cindy Surma, Cindy Wood from Missouri Way, then Pittsfield, then Atwood, then Tuscola.
Okay, we're looking
Second
down
grade.
at the bottom.
Second grade, isn't it?
Looks like the old board school.
This little kid down here looks like second from the left in the second row looks like a McDonald, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. Cindy ought to do this.
Well, this one on the lower right kind of looks like Brian Moody to me, but I'm not sure.
It does.
What do you guys think?
That could be a McDonald, though.
That looks like Brian, and right behind him looks like somebody we should know too. Is that Mallory Davidson right behind you?
I can't tell.
You know, if people just would, if girls would keep their name and if people wouldn't physically change, we'd get most of these.
Yeah.
This here looks like the farmers who took grain from the Arcola flood area. Now let's see if we got any of these farmers.
What big flood was there?
This was a Pettit photo, but so I don't know where all the farmers are from.
Mr. Pettit was a professional photographer, just did a great job. Probably had a really nice camera. Well, there's, is that Boyd Wiesner? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth one in the left. Looks like Boyd Wiesner. Younger Boyd.
Boy. Oh, boy.
The guy's riding pants on.
Yeah.
If he's there, look for Cappy Weatherford.
Well, Cap's there somewhere.
And Willis, hold on.
You got Willis Jolly there.
That looks like Willis Jolly right there. See, they were good buddies.
Yeah. So the sixth from the left looks like Willis Jolly. Fourth is Boyd Wiesner. 1, 2, 3. Fifth is Boyd Wiesner. Seventh is Cappy. We ought to be able to get some more here. This is a long time ago.
Yeah, they're hauling. What are they doing? They're hauling.
Well, they said there was a flood. Somebody's field was. I don't understand if there's a flood.
They to a flood area. I don't know where the flood area was, but they took grain from Arcola
who took grain from Arcola to a flood area.
It looks like
they're going to feed cattle somewhere in maybe southern Illinois.
Well, they're certainly taking a lot of hay.
Yeah, they got all those trucks loaded. See with the hay.
Bill and I used to bale hay like that.
Yeah,
that's why we're stronger than the.
Yeah, that's right.
Strong as the muskox.
Look, you can see the old trucks.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Service station was that Diamond.
Well, vehicles look like they're 40s, don't they? Late 40s.
Oh yeah, this may be
mid 40s,
early 40s.
Early 40s.
I'd like to know what happened in this situation. Now, another guy looks like Cappy.
Well, I tell you what, you get he was a great photographer, Mr. Pettit. Wonderful.
We're snowed in.
It's coming down big.
Oh, it is.
Becky.
What's for supper, Beck?
Looks like we're both stuck here for the night.
Yeah. What's for supper?
What's for supper, Snookins?
Snow ice cream.
What are you doing?
Goodness, we just got our Omaha steaks.
Oh, we did? So
good.
Yeah.
Good.
Now we got to throw stuff out of the freezer. Yeah. Well, David, those stretched us a little bit.
I thought you guys would do better with since Bill would have had some of those kids in school.
Well, yeah, but I had them after they'd grown up some. These kids
Bill's been slipping.
And plus that, I've had a big week. I'm slipping.
He's been down to Paris 2 nights and he saw this big gym and this big scoreboard. Should we have the big scoreboard instead of them?
Buddy, I want to tell you.
How big was it?
In the gym?
How big was the scoreboard?
Big. Both of them.
Giant?
I've never seen an auxiliary board that big.
Were they bigger than ours?
the auxiliary board was. The main board no, the main board was bigger too.
Wow. Well, Paris was famous for its basketball.
Really, really nice. A lot of memorabilia in the school.
Who beat Paris all the time when they were supposed to go to state? Who always beat him in the super sectional?
Someone from the South.
Centralia.
Was it?
That Dyke Adelman always beat him?
Yeah.
Yes, shot.
Well, that's it for today.
We had fun doing it, but it pushed us today.
Yeah, we have headaches, Dave.
We've been in the Christmas spirit.
Right now we have headaches.
And you just buried us under this.
Yeah, we feel
information.
We got to go back and study old photos now.
Man.
All right.
You're a tag.
Do we get on Facebook and tag each other, Bill?
Tag each other.
Hey, David.
Yeah.
Thank you for all the hard work. I know you had to work over Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, you had to work, and you still got these photos done.
Yeah. We appreciate it.
David, from Bill and I to you, take a couple of days off comp time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see you next week on Remembering Tuscola.